So for today's video, wait. So for today's video, we're gonna be going over an episode that came out today, and I'm pretty sure most of you guys forgot I was gonna review this because this show piqued my interest. But lately there've been a lot going on, especially on Thursdays, like when this episode comes out. So luckily I was able to watch and have time to make this video, so I guess here it is. So today we're gonna be reviewing episode 4 of the Exiled Heavy Night, and honestly the majority part of it dramatically, we see Oma, he kind of like, cause it's like such a low level, he like holds off the evolved monster while the actual veteran, cause he was stunned and paralyzed, so obviously Alma took over and he said, while I'm dealing with the monster, why don't you guys like heal him properly? And then luckily, like at the last minute, like always, Ghetto, I think was his name or something, he was able to heal at the last, like appear at the last minute and deal a decisive strike. And we see Alma and Ghetto and Gato, they return to the Adventures Guild with like a bunch of stuff, rewards, and then we kind of get a glimpse of like what's in store for us as the viewers, because once again, I'm not really a manga reader, I'm just like a pure anime kid or watcher. But anyways, so it kind of gives us a glimpse of like what he's planning to do, at least for like the couple, probably for like the next 2 episodes. So he has his eyes set on this book, and apparently this book, when it's paired with the Heavy Night class, in his words, it turns like the defensive class, the Heavy Night class, what it's known for, into like an all-around offensive kind of berserker fighter. And I mean, yeah, that's his like kind of aim of all this. So he kind of sets off, like, he doesn't set off on a journey. He specifically says, he's like, yeah, but like it costs so much. So like, honestly, I thought he was gonna be like a situation where, like, cause he played the game before, he kind of knows where it is, and he doesn't have to like waste time and explore like other people have to. But instead, he's like, he'll buy it or something. He said it's like very expensive. We see like him in the preview, at least we see him enter some kind of wizard shop. So if I'm guessing correctly from the whole situation, I predict that probably next episode, like, Ilya is gonna like, Elma, I believe is his name, is gonna undertake like a bunch of like other small quests, like monster slaying quest, or even gathering herbs quest, or no, protecting detail or something, and anything in order to like get the funds for that book. Because like I said before, according to Alma, it is a very powerful book once it's paired with the the heavy night class. So, well, according to him, it's very broken. So I'm interested into what he means by that. But yeah, overall, pretty cool show. I can't wait until we're introduced to a bunch of whole different characters, because even though it's like episode 4 or whatever, like we still haven't been introduced to that girl that's in the whole that's like paired up with him. That's his partner. Like we haven't even met his partner yet. And then if I remember correctly, there was a scene where it looked like Alma in the scene. He was like in the adventure. It looked like the inside of the Adventure Guild. And the girl from episode 1, his cousin, seemed like, attacked him. If you guys remember one of the season, the trailer. So I don't know. I feel like we're getting closer and closer to that scene, because also another thing that I forgot was that this really, well, not that it wasn't, but before that happened, like it seemed like his name was already solidified, and then it seemed like the Adventure Guild kind of used this test as like, well, according to Gideon, he kind of he wanted to see if like Alma was a cheat, because at least in the Adventure Guild, it was very unprecedented for Alma, a heavy night class, to show up with like, I forgot whatever he showed up with the first time. So there was already, his name, there was already speculation, but if it was true, because I'm saying this before this episode, if it was true, then I don't know what I'm saying. But his name is now more notoriety, especially after today. That's the whole point I'm getting. Like today kind of solidified his name. And he even said it himself, like, yeah, you guys should know me. Or he didn't say it, but like now he'll be known as Alma, the heavy knight who single-handedly defeated a level 40 Mad Hatter involved monster with no one's help pretty much. And maybe that notoriety will reach all the way to his biological parents' house, his father's house, and especially his cousin. And maybe that's where like the whole thing comes from, where like she gets word that she might actually, like, after hearing that he's like doing so good, she might be like, oh snap, I'm a swordsman god or whatever, and like I'm not really doing anything. So I don't know, I feel like that might trigger some jealousy, and maybe might force the cousin to visit Alma like we saw in that trailer. And maybe that's like in 3 or 2, maybe even, no, definitely in 2 episodes will be that. But yeah, I think overall, I think this was a really good episode, and I'm very excited for what's to come in the future. But I think I'm gonna end it here. Please leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.